Alright, y'all. What is up with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Toonati. Today we're back with a little different type of video. Trying to switch up the style, trying to add some new content on here for you guys. Today we got some viewer hot takes. So we got the viewers hot takes slash unpopular opinions on NFL rivals, right? Alright, so first thing we're hopping on, actually the Reddit post I put out had some better responses than anything I got on Discord, Twitter, YouTube community. Let me pull that up right now. Okay, yeah, so here we go. One of these, shout out my boy Russian Sasage, cool. Now, I think he put these kind of worded a little bit of an issue, but he said number one, no locking of teams for events so people are able to skirt the game. So I think he says, honestly, most of the responses I got aren't really hot takes. They're just stuff people want improved about the game, which I totally get, right, guys? So essentially, he said no locking of teams for events so people are able to skirt the games. I think what he means is that teams should be locked once you enter an event. So your starting lineup when you enter the event is the only lineup you're going to play with. You can't change players after that. And I would absolutely agree with that. It prevents multiple accounting, and it also prevents, what else does it prevent? It also prevents like weird stuff with matchmaking. I'm not going to go too deep into that. Competitive players know what I'm talking about. Some people like switch their teams, make them easy when they're on defense, right? And then number two, locking of squads to stop randoms joining. So this one I also agree with. I think we do need a private squads, private clubs feature. I think that would be really good for the game. Allow a lot of, because right now a lot of the top squads, let me break this down for you guys, a lot of the top squads are at top 50, I would say. Or no, they're at 50 out of 50 members, right? So they're all closed, but they're public. So whenever we want to switch players, like let's say in Blitz Brigade, I know we have to basically kick someone out and then have the other person join right away, like speed race join right away. I think we definitely need private clubs so that we can accept who we want to accept. The commissioners can be more selective and really build a competitive squad. Now, number three, two-factor authentication for Mythical Marketplace. And now I've seen this brought up a lot, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. Mythical Market, I mean, a lot of people have, I would say, hundreds of dollars on there. And the fact that there's no two-factor authentication incorporated, at least on the main buying, selling side, is a little bit insane. I think it's playing with fire. I think eventually there's going to be some kind of a hack, some kind of a weird bug or something like that. The two-factor authentication might help prevent. And I think just overall, when you're doing that much myth, it would be good to, what is it called? It would be good to like just have that extra layer of security, layer of peace. So then, okay, this person, Valen, says, he wrote a lot. I'm going to put his comment up here, right on the screen. And he said, essentially, I'm not going to read the whole, he says, it was not at all clear to me in the game there was another website I had to go to spend real money on players. Talk about literally pay to win. Okay, that kind of makes sense. It was not clear where the currencies are. More importantly, there's a clear strategy behind the gain and spend of currencies. Lol, just spend money. Basically, he's just saying that the real game is getting a foothold in the website market with a lucky card pull and then playing the market to get actual money. I would personally disagree with this. Now, I think there is a subset of the community right now who definitely is here to make money and sell their cards. I think from seeing my videos, sometimes I put the monetary value of a big card like a Henry in the title or in the thumbnail, and I talk about it just to sell it and like hype it up, right? But really, I don't feel like I care that much about the monetary aspect. Now, you guys can comment below if you guys disagree with me, if you see a lot of people in it for the money. I don't view it as like an investment, like, I view it only as an investment in as much as the way I would buy a card in Madden to get more coins. That's the way I view Myth. I play this game mainly for enjoyment and to make content for you guys. Not as really much about how I can gain from it. I think if you break down the hourly, it just doesn't really make sense to make money and make this like a serious thing for you. I don't think it's worth the hourly investment personally. So I would I would disagree with this take. I do really just get hyped for the Henry. I think I'd be hyped for that Henry card, regardless of the monetary value. I think definitely there is more aspects that would lead to like a pay to win, a whales, money base, like purely money market based game. But I don't think it's fully at that point. I think there's a lot of player base, at least from my experience, that really does care about building their team. They love football. They love playing the game. And yeah, as far as an end goal, I definitely see where this comment is coming from, but I would overall disagree. And I think I really do play for fun and not just to make money, if that's what this comment is saying. All right, switching on over to YouTube community now. So what's this username? Lil P1100 said, to be good, you only really need a rare QB or better and an epic or better running back. Okay, so let's break this down. And I think what I would say is he's right, but not in tournaments. So on offense, I would say I would go even further than he does. I think you only need an epic or better running back. I think you only need an epic or better running back. Because really, what's your QB doing? If you don't have any wide receivers, you just have the epic running back. I mean, you can open up more routes for sure to your running back. Like on Smash, you can throw him on the go route when he's running from under center down the field. It definitely helps. But I think if we're saying all you need to be good, you really only need the running back. You can throw the short routes. If you watch my gameplay on my channel, you can throw those short dump offs to the running back without a good QB. It's not that necessary. It does help, but really, if you have a good running back, you can just run all the time or dump off to your running back. Your QB doesn't need accuracy for that. So I don't think that's super controversial. That's all you need on offense. However, I would say if you want to go to the next level, if you want to score faster, having that good QB wide receiver combo definitely helps you score faster. And actually, I'm not sure after nerfs. I haven't had a great wide receiver since pre-nerfs. So I actually wouldn't be able to tell you that. And then on defense, I would say he's wrong. Because to place high in tournaments, you're going to need to get stops on defense to get that good point differential. And without spending on defense, you're not getting to that point where you're going to be able to finish even like top 150 in tournaments, which is where the real big prizes are at, right? So I would say on the offensive side of the ball, he's absolutely right. But overall, I would say no. You can win every game with just an epic or better running back, but you can't win any important prizes in tournaments, in my opinion. All right, let's move on to the other comments from NFL Rivals Discord, Blitz Brigade Discord. This might take a little bit. We got to pull it up on our picture viewer. Picture viewer is taking mad long to load right now. Shoot. My entire computer screen just... okay, so Jagluber, my boy, leader of Blitz Brigade, our fearless leader, he said click race. And what he means by click race, for you guys who are not in the NFL Rivals slang, is he doesn't like the click race for Henry. I mean, watch my last video. Basically that, right? All the biggest prizes right now are being given out through click race. Whoever gets the first 75, whoever clicks it the fastest, collects the rewards the fastest, and gets the Henry, gets the Derwin James in this promo, who's basically a game-breaking card. That's the best running back, best safety in the game. And I would very strongly agree with the sentiment. Like I said, a lot of these are not unpopular opinions, I think. I think the click race is definitely bad. Like in PST, I don't want to wake up at 7 a.m. just to get a mythical card. Like I was hyped, but would I prefer to just like have a better chance to wake up later? Like, yeah. The problem with this is I don't know how you do that other than a tournament. And tournament is just rich get richer, right? Like this past promo, it is rich get richer, but it let like the people in the top 200, 250 to have a chance at a mythical, which we really hadn't had before, other than the Tyreek Hill draft collection. So it's kind of a dilemma here where you want the mythical to feel kind of available and like open to more than just the top 75, but at the same time you do want to keep it like very selective, and there's not really a great way to distribute the mythicals in my opinion, if you don't do the click race or the tournament, which both have their pros, both have their cons. So I'm not as against the click race as I think a lot of other people in the community are, but I do think there's obviously some flaws we definitely need to acknowledge with it. All right, now we got, hold up, we canceled out of that. We have an actual unpopular opinion now from Tua Lover 1 in the NFL Rivals Discord that Travis Etienne is a top running back in the game. So now we look speed 147, acceleration 149, endurance 114. Give me one second. I wasn't actually prepared for this one. I need to pull up the stats real quick. Let's see. Let's look at how his speed stacks up to other running backs that I had in, like, he said a top running back in the game. So to me, that means he's in the top tier with at least the A tier with like Barkley and Eckler. With like Barkley, Eckler, and who's it called? Kenneth Walker for me, that on my tier list. So if you haven't watched the tier list, check it out, by the way. 139 speed for Barkley compared to 147 for Etienne. I think this Etienne is leveled up a little bit, actually. I'm not getting the right stats from that. So let's check the Etienne stats at level 1. Okay, Etienne stats level 1 is 130 speed compared to Saquon's 139. Okay. 98 or 133 acceleration, 102 endurance compared to Saquon's 125 acceleration, 145 endurance. Yeah, to me, I think this is an unpopular opinion, and I think it's the first one that I would really say is a pretty cold take. I don't agree with this. I think Etienne is, yes, a solid budget beast running back. I think he has great stats, especially for his rarity, for his price. And he might have made it on my budget beast video if I had made it a week later and looked more at the stats of these guys in Autumn Rush, right? But I think looking at the top of the game, and he just said he's a top running back in the game. I don't think I could agree with that sentiment. I think maybe he's probably like a high C tier, low to mid B tier running back, just off the top of my head looking at these stats real quick. I don't think he's a top running back in the game. I think he's a good card. Good, great card. Do I think he's a top running back in the game? I would say no. And now for our last unpopular opinion, hot take of the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed these videos. Comment down below your hot takes. I want to make part 2 of this video, right? Okay, from Blitzbreed. Parbar said he does not want the marketplace to show the lowest price to everyone. So I asked him why, right? Because I thought that was a little strange. And he said, I don't want everyone to see the lowest bid. It allows me to have low bids and get offers fulfilled on cards that many people don't know the lowest bid. It will hurt my low offers fulfilled and turn for profit. So I think there's a couple different ways to approach this, right? And there's from the flipper perspective. Now we're talking about the same money aspect that the first hot take brought up. He wants to get the cards low and bid and not have his price artificially driven down by showing the lowest price. Now, let me explain why I disagree with this. Is because I think from a flipper perspective, from a myth building perspective, from someone who's sharp in the market, it absolutely benefits you. I won't lie. But from an overall game health ecosystem perspective, I think it's an essential step. And the reason I say that is everything, in my opinion, for an efficient market should make liquidity. And showing the lowest bid makes liquidity because it drives the next bid lower down. And I understand definitely as a flipper, as a seller, that might not be ideal. But I think for the buyer-seller experience overall, it's going to drive the cost of the card and the bid, what people are willing to pay for it. It's going to drive it closer. And ultimately, I think that does help the price of the game, myth, everything. It helps give a better user experience. They can get the cards they want and know close to how much those cards are worth. And the more bids, lower the higher lower bids we get, and the And the closer the ask price and the bid price are getting together, it's the healthiest for the game. It's easiest for new players, old players, anyone using the market to function better. So that's my take on that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Should have some more content coming for you guys soon. Let me know if you like this concept, you want me to do part 2, maybe some myth busting that you guys want to try. Drop that in the comments below if you like this video. Hit that like button and subscribe. We're really close to 500 subscribers. I'm really excited for our next video. We're going to put out a giveaway for you guys. So super hyped for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Too Natty out.